So we have a lot to talk about today. Welcome back to Formula Fiend. My name's Darius. Let's get into it. So first things first, there's a lot been going on in Formula One. There's a lot going on with people getting fired, niggas getting promoted, niggas getting robbed, a bunch of things happening in the world, in the sport, niggas getting lost on track, and we can't find where his car is. But nonetheless, we're going to start off with the British GP. What a race. Let's start with qualifying first, because qualifying, that was where, as a Ferrari fan, my misery started. So with qualifying, everything looked good. I promise the guy, like, out of all the weekends since 2021, that was the best that Lewis has ever looked. You got P1, I think it was FP1, and then he got, I think, P3, FP2. I don't remember what he got in Q3. I'm not Q3, FP3. But going to qualifying, I felt good. I'm like, okay, cool. We got a car. We had Silverstone. We got the driver. Everything looking good. Everything's shaping up to be what it should be. Then we get to the day of qualifying. Everything's going well. Now, Q1 was a little rocky, but whatever. Still got out of it. Q1 was straight, whatever. Q2, out of it. Q3, we looking golden again. We looking like, okay, cool. We legit might get pole or top three front, like first row at least. You know what I'm saying? So we do that, and then all of a sudden, we get towards the end of Q3, and I don't gotta tell y'all, like, y'all already know what happened. First sector, good. Second sector, good. The last sector was good until the last two corners. Charles and Lewis just didn't get it right. And we started, what? I want to say it was P5? Like, come on, my nigga. P5 and P6, I think it was. Trash. It's trash. Like, to have a moment or a weekend go so well so far, and then just to drop off at the last two corners, and to be back where we were the other previous weekends, it was like, bro, like, why would y'all even give us hope? Then we get to Sunday. It's raining. I'm like, oh, this is not about to be a good day. Because if it was dry, I'm like, okay, cool. Then we can make up places. But then I saw that it was raining. When I saw that it was raining, I knew the whole race was a dub. I just knew it was cooked. Because Lewis is good in the wet, but that car, he doesn't feel well in that car in dry conditions. So what makes you think he's going to feel well in the car during wet conditions? It's not going to happen. So then once we got to the formation lap, I'm looking like, okay, cool, we good. I saw Charles going to the pits. Like, I just knew it was not going to be a good day for Ferrari at all. The moment I saw Charles going to the pits, I'm like, oh, nigga, it's obviously still wet. Like, what are we doing? I understand, like, you want to get, like, your positions back that you feel like you lost. You know what, like, revenge trading is, or, like, being on tilt. I feel like after qualifying, Charles was on tilt the whole weekend. Like, the whole weekend, like, he just never got back to, like, him running his race. He felt like he was trying to play catch-up, from what I perceived. So when I saw him going to the pits, I knew his race was done. Like, see you later. I'll see you in Spa, nigga. It wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work. So then the race starts. Lewis gets off to a good start. But the whole race, it just didn't feel like we never really meshed. And the fact that he got lost on track and they didn't know where he was, that, for real, that don't even really bother me like that. Because, like, okay, what can you really do about it? It's more so about the decisions to pit him. When he made his first pit stop for the new enters, I feel like we should have stayed out like Lance and Hulkenberg did. Because if we would have stayed out, we would have eventually just had track position. And then once we really had to stop for new enters, then we could have did that. But by us pitting too early, I felt like, why are we pitting? Because enters in general can go a whole race. I've seen it happen. So why are we pitting for enters after, I don't know, like a little bit of laps. And plus there were safety cars in between that. So it's like, it ain't like we running full speed on our enters. Like, we could wait. And that's what Nico did. And that's what Lance did. Lance could have got a podium today if he had a better car. Don't get they're thinking when it comes to strategy, because it's like the most obvious thing. I understand, like, you're an engineer, you probably got a degree or a master's in some type of engineering or whatever it is. You've probably been in racing for however long. You grew up in the world of racing. I don't care about none of that, my nigga. When it comes to just basic, like, common sense to race strategy, they miss it every time. And I want Lewis to be like, you know what? Nah, I'm not coming in. Like if Lewis had the spirit of like Kimi or like Alonso, and just be like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna say what I want to. I'm gonna do what I want to. That's what I need. That's what I really need. And I understand it's a new relationship. He's trying to get, acclimated into the team. He don't want to ruffle feathers and stuff like that. But it just doesn't make any sense to why we can't make a good strategy call when it comes to making our pit stops, bro. It's like the most basic thing. Like, y'all see what we see. And if I can see it, I know y'all can see it, because y'all have way more information than what I got. I'm just watching Martin and Crofty talk about the race. Y'all niggas have everything. And y'all tell me that y'all can't get the race in order for, like, the team to get a successful win or a podium? Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, what are we doing, my nigga? Like, it's not that hard, bro. I promise to you, it's not that hard. It cannot be that hard. I'm, like, genuinely surprised why they can't get it right. It doesn't make sense to me. I really genuinely don't understand it, but that's that. Now, I'm not making it seem like we would have won the race, because that was not happening. Lando and Oscar are on a different planet than what everybody else is on right now. They're fighting each other and still, like, easily gapping the rest of the field. Like, it's not even close. Moving on to Lando and Oscar. Oscar should have won that race. I still don't believe, me personally, I don't believe that warranted a 10-second penalty, because 10 seconds is a little egregious when it comes to doing that. If we're going to talk about safety car infringements, we can give out way more infringements than what Oscar did on Sunday. Now, is it a rule? I get it, but like, you got 10 seconds for, like, a lot worse. Like, I don't even think Max got 10 seconds for brake checking Lewis in 21. I don't think Max got, like, 10 seconds for hitting George on purpose. Like, and I keep saying Max, not to, like, pick on Max, but, like, he's the only one that gets 10 seconds besides Esteban, and we don't even know why he be getting 10 seconds. I don't know what he be on. So, like, outside of that, like, who gets 10-second time penalties? Nobody. And for doing that, it's like, all right, George got one for hopping the curb or, like, going off track and passing everybody. That was warranted. No, I'm sorry. George got a drive-through. I think he got it. I'm not too sure what George got in Monaco, but it was one of those penalties. So, like, he didn't do nothing that crazy, in my opinion, for him to get 10 seconds. But apparently the FIA saw it to be that. Now, he was tweaking forever even mentioning that they should swap spots, because he knows that was never going to happen. And he did mention it in the press conference, that he said that he knew that it wasn't going to happen, but it was worth a shot. But, like, that nigga, that's like a full heave from the other end of the court. Like, it's not going in, gang. Like, that was not happening. That was not happening. But it was a good race. I just feel like it was a race that, like, only the British Grand Prix could provide. Wonderful track, rain, and a little bit of controversy. So, all in all, it was a great race. Max still got P5. Crazy. Don't know how that happened. Bro Spin had a low downforce rear wing and still got P5 in the rain. Like, if he was in the NBA, they would drug test bro every race. That's crazy. Like, what a race about him. And we still got P4. We, as in Lewis, got P4. But it's like, you ever had, like, that feeling with, like, there's so much more to be done? but what's being displayed on the outside and your reality doesn't match what you think should be happening on the inside. I can only imagine what Lewis feels like, because like he has like this skill on the inside, this IQ as far as being a driver, and all of the traits to actually win, but his reality doesn't reflect what he feels on the inside about himself. But just keep your head up, my guy. Like, it's gonna happen. There's gonna be ebbs and flows. No one's at the top forever. That's the thing about life in general. No one's at the top forever. Look at Red Bull, you know? You just gotta keep going, and eventually it's gonna click. Hopefully in 26, because I'm not trying to watch a 5th season of this nigga just getting gapped. Like, come on. Like, I guarantee you, even if you're not a Lewis fan, you will appreciate him being at the front of the grid, because you know he provides what we all want to see, which is the two best drivers racing against each other, whether it be Max and Lewis or Alonso and Lewis or whoever. He's one of them ones. He's the one. So it's like, that's the reason why 21 was so magical. Like, we want to see the best do what the best do. And when Max is struggling and Lewis is struggling and we're just watching Oscar and Lando, it's nice to watch Oscar and Lando compete, but we all know it ain't that premium. You know what I'm saying? But I am really happy that Lando got his home win. You can tell it really meant a lot to him. And I'm glad that Nico got his first podium there as well, because if you're going to get your first podium at any track, I feel like as a driver, you would want to get it at Silverstone, especially if you've been in the sport as long as Nico has been in the sport, because it's Nico. Like, who hates Nico? Like, he's a good driver, not a great driver, good driver. And he's had a lot of, like, not bad luck per se, but just not the opportunity that everybody else has had when it comes to getting into a top team, because he's had mediocre cars and mediocre performances in mediocre cars. So like, he's never had that shot to get up to the, you know, like the top step. But for him to get a podium and to see everybody like happy for him and give champagne to the team so they can celebrate properly, that's what the sport is about. Like, that's just straight love, and I love to see it. Like, it was a great podium. And in regards to that as well, for everybody complaining about how Oscar and Lando didn't spray Nico with champagne, who cares, bro? Like, who cares, bro? And Oscar was pissed that he didn't win the race in general. So both of them combined were just on a different, like, mentality than what everybody else saw. Like, yeah, it could have been more special for Nico to get that feeling of being sprayed with champagne, but it's like, bro, Nico didn't even look that excited. Truthfully, if we being honest, so it's like, he all right. Like, trust me, he all right. And with Oscar's, like, Lego statement about his trophy, that is kind of funny, and it's ironic that, like, your first podium, you get a Lego trophy. It's not even said with malice in your heart. It's more just said with, like, hey, bro, like, how does it feel that you just got your first podium and your trophy's a Lego? Like, that's funny. I don't care what nobody say. That's funny. Like, it's not mean, like, at all. Like, relax. That nigga's a grown man. Like, he'll be okay. Like, Nico's doing fine. He's a multi-millionaire Formula One driver who lives in Monaco and has a beautiful family. Trust me, he'll be okay with not getting an actual, like, trophy, you know? And plus, it's like, it ain't even really about the trophy. It's about the fact that you did it, you know? So it's like, the trophy is just like the symbolism of it all, but no one can take away the fact that you actually did it. No one drives or plays a sport to win the trophy. The trophy is like the sprinkles on top. It's nice to have, but I don't really care about the trophy. It's more so than like the feeling of knowing I was the best or I won and no one was able to beat me. It's the feeling, not the actual trophy itself. It's just the model or the display of what you did, not the actual thing of what you did. No one really cares about the trophy. Lewis has his trophies probably somewhere in like a nice case or whatever, but he doesn't really care about the trophies. It just brings him back to the time, to the memories that he had when he won the trophies. Same goes for Max. Same goes for any other winner in any other sport. Symbolism is cool, but relax. But speaking of strategies and trophies and how, anyone would do anything to get one, basically, that nigga George Russell, when I said last time that his wins be fluky, and then like he does fluky stuff, this is what I'll be talking about. George was on George Timon on Sunday. George always does this every race. It never fails. When it rains, it never fails that George will always be the first one to box for slicks. George is like, he's like that George is Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems. This nigga will try to do anything for a win and anything for a podium, but drive faster. Now, I understand he tries his best. Everybody tries their best, and he just wants to win like everybody else. But George be doing stuff that just don't make sense. Like, bro, you're on the verge of not having a seat at your team that you've been with since your junior career. And now you want to, at your home GP, you want to, not even a Hail Mary. Like, this was beyond a Hail Mary. This is it was still obviously wet. Nowhere near ready for slicks. He boxed for slicks. Then he did what anybody with a brain knew he was going to do. Slid off the road. It's bro, it's still wet outside. And you're driving a Formula One car with 1,000+ horsepower and rear-wheel drive and no traction control on a wet surface. Bro, 2 + 2 is always going to be 4. You're going to slide off the road. Relax, bro. And he was in the points. I think he was on the P7 when he did that. It's bro, you weren't even having that bad of a race. It was low-key a solid race for you, bro. You didn't have to, he did not have to do that. I don't even know where he ended up at. I think it was outside the points. But either way, it's bro, he did not have to do that. Why did he do that? That's crazy. That's insanity. He's always why, bro? Why? It was not needed whatsoever. And I think, didn't Kimmy DNF too? I'm pretty sure Kimmy DNF. It's bro, they just did not need that at all. Either Kimmy DNF or he just didn't have a good race. But regardless, they did not need that at all at Mercedes. And you just saw the look on Toto's face, he was I can't, that was I can't wait to talk to Max look. I can't wait to call Max again. All right, so let's transition on to Christian Horner now. So news broke, I want to say it was yesterday for me. Yeah, yesterday that Christian Horner was getting fired from Red Bull and he would no longer be the active team principal for the organization or for the team. And I was shocked, but I wasn't surprised. We all knew that there was some things behind the scenes going on at Red Bull. People weren't getting along. Head team leaders and team members were leaving to go to other teams. Jonathan Wheatley being one of them. Yoss not liking Christian. So those things are already been confirmed. But I don't think no one thought Christian was going to get fired. Especially after what happened last year. Because if y'all going to fire him last year. Why are you going to fire him this year? Some people say that it could be due to his performance this year. But Christian has done the same thing this year that he's done every other year. So one thing about when managers and head coaches get fired, I never really understood, and team principals get fired, I've never understood why the guy that runs the organization gets fired, especially when they've been winning for so long and been proven to be a good manager or a coach or a good team principal. It's why are you getting fired? It's that nigga can't drive their car. Bro's not an engineer where he can, make sure the downforce on the floor is right. After he lost Adrian Newey, niggas make it seem like it's a big Christian problem. And that could be the case. But with the same thing with Mattia, I don't think it is. I think y'all still going to struggle regardless. It doesn't matter who's at the top. If you're not going to come together and give the ball to one person and say, hey, go get us a bucket, then this whole committee thing that y'all trying to try in Formula One now, where Ferrari has a committee. Now Red Bull has a board where they want to make sure they delegate. And like, bro, it's too many niggas in the kitchen, bro. Y'all got too much going on, and that's the reason why y'all having this downturn, I feel like. Because it's too many people wanting to have their opinion put into place instead of just having one person that's been proven to win and to have a good culture in the past, being Christian, run the organization. And some niggas didn't like that. It's like, just let Christian run it, and then, in my opinion, everything should flow. But it's not going to get any better. Even if they keep Max, I guarantee you it's not going to get any better. I feel like the organization as a whole has lost its spark, has lost its confidence, and now they are going through like a rebuilding stage like any other team in the NFL or NBA or hockey or soccer or whatever. They need to rebuild their team again, and it's a lot more difficult in Formula One than it is in any other sport, because with a rebuild in the NBA, you can get, 5 new niggas and have a championship team, where in this case, you have thousands of people that make an organization like Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren, and no matter if you have the best driver or the best car, it's just not going to go well. It ain't like you're going to get rid of Christian and then all of a sudden y'all going to turn your season around and be fighting for the Constructors' Championship again, or be fighting for P2 or P3. So the fact that y'all just got rid of Christian is crazy to me, because it's not going to change anything. That's not going to change a single thing in Red Bull. But I'm not going to sit here and ramble and yap about what I would have done, because it doesn't matter. I feel like when it comes to teams in general in Formula One, if you don't have the confidence of the driver and the confidence of the engineers, then it's not going to work regardless. And getting rid of someone like Christian, who's been there for the past 20 years, it's not going to be an overnight thing. So just know the rebuild is going to be harder without him. And y'all are better off just keeping him. Don't wait till now, because that's kind of grimy, low key. And I guarantee you, the fact that he was there for so long, there's way more people that rock with him than that don't rock with him. So now you're going to cause this division of people who don't even rock with the new team principle just off the strength of you're not Christian. I feel like everybody can relate to, how it is when you're at a job for so long, and then all of a sudden there's a new manager that comes in or a new owner of the company that comes in and want to change things. It's like, whoa, bro. You had too much dip on your chip to begin with, my nigga. Everything was running smooth before you got here. And now you're trying to change things up, and niggas not rocking with that. It reminds me of Coach Carter in the beginning of the movie when like the star players were all there, and Sam Jack came in, and he was like, all right, new program. I'm the new coach. I'm going to be doing this. It ain't going to be like how it was. Everybody left. Was like, nah, nigga, I'm not rocking with that. Like, all the good players dipped out. I'm not saying that everybody's going to leave Red Bull now because Christian left and he's like the one that's going to change how everything's been going. But when you have somebody who's been there for so long, winning for so long, it's part of the reason why y'all have so many trophies in y'all trophy cabinet. Then just to have him leave and everybody be like, okay, cool, well, great. Now Christian's gone. The fans may be like that, but the internal workings of the company, I guarantee you there's a lot of niggas in that company that's like, like I was rocking with them since 2005, since 07, since 15. Like, y'all not about to just change my mind about bro overnight. Like, I'm still not rocking with what y'all got going on. And they're going to be looking to leave too and go other places. And then they're going to be like, why is all of our mid-level staff going? Because they rock with Christian. They rock with how things used to be and not how they're going. So you're going to leave a lot more people in the review because of the decisions that y'all making now. We got Spa next. Should be a good race. Hopefully it's not raining, because every time it rains in Spa, it's not like it's raining in Austria or raining in the Silverstone. Raining in Spa is terrible. And they never want to race in Spa whenever it rains. So